Do we have Faith moderating? Can you make sure? Keywords, mute. Y'all, I'm trying to get it. Bear with me. Hey, baby, how are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey. I would love to do this. All right, ladies, come on in. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Shay, your girl, your love diva. I think I need to, I'm going to reset this. Hey, babies. All right, for TikTok, I'm going to go out and then come back in because we're having some blocks. Tina, I've been seeing you, like, you've been super active, honey. You must be feeling your soulmate. You must be ready to meet him because I've been seeing you. I've been recognizing you being active. So good job. I think I should. Okay, let me. Hey, beautiful ladies. This is Shay, your girl, your love diva, Master Certified Love Strategist, voted top 5 love coach in the entire world. I run a top-level love mastery agency helping women like you to up-level your love lives to attract your masculine, high-value, marriage-minded man who will love your soul. If you're looking for a formula that will help you take your love life to the next level, then I promise you, you are in the right place because I want to love up on you. I want to welcome you. If you are brand new, like you have never, ever seen me live before, then ma'am, go ahead and drop your name, where you're from, and a heart emoji so that I know you are brand new to the community. If you are returning, that means you have seen me live. If you have seen me ever live, then that means you already part of the Divahood. So just drop your name and a lipstick emoji so that I can be able to welcome you back, ladies. There's so much that I'm going to show and teach you tonight. And then I also have a gift for you. So trust me, you're going to want to pay attention. If you haven't yet, make sure you get your red lipstick on, which is my red. Why does it look less red over here? Can you give me the red lip? I need to add some more lips. Hey, Keish, how are you? Brittany, welcome back, baby. Can you give me some? Love Bug is going to be joining us to do some Q&A from a man's perspective. No, not that one. I don't need it. Here, there it is. It's right there, up there. Love Bug is going to join us for a little bit. Okay, you guys always love it when Love Bug is here. So Love Bug is going to be blessing us with his presence. When you put your red lipstick on, you are activating all of that feminine energy. And when you do that with intention, then you can touch and agree with women from all around the world to call forth the love in abundance that you want. So make sure you come with your red lipstick on. Make sure you come with your positive attitude. You want to have a notebook and a pen because I'm going to be dropping information that's going to bless and change your life if you let it. Hey, Nyla. Welcome, baby. Welcome back. For those of you who are joining me, welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Shay, your girl, your love diva. I'm a Master Certified Love Strategist. I've been voted one of the top 5 love coaches in the entire world. I'm also a scientist. I graduated pre-med from Florida State University. I was accepted into medical school. But instead of becoming a pediatric cardiologist, I'm here helping women to be able to heal their hearts and attract love. So if you are looking for a formula to up-level your love life without playing the guessing game, without taking the chance of actually failing, then baby, you are in the right place. I'm going to give you some tips and some tools that I use and thousands of other of our clients have used that have allowed them to be able to attract their romantic best friend, a man who absolutely loves their soul, so that I can be able to love up on you and welcome you. Then if you are brand new, ma'am, if you are a virgin to my live, okay, you've never seen me live before, drop your name, where you're from, and a heart emoji. If you have seen me live before, then drop your name and a lipstick emoji so that I can welcome you back to the Diva Hood. And we're getting ready to get started. Hey, Monica, welcome. Welcome back, baby. I'm glad you are here. Love Bug, come say hi to the people, Love Bug. Come, show your face. Let's move this. Come close, Love Bug. They can't see you. They can't see you over here. Y'all say hi to Love Bug.
No, you really can't see me over here.
Hold on, y'all. Love Bug. Hold on.
Hello on the other side. You need some assistance.
Yes, love. Come close. Come closer.
I am.
Okay. All right, Love Bug. Come your head over here, Love Bug. Come. There you go. All right. Don't take my pretty away. Move. Okay. Here, now gently, gingerly come back. So you don't. All right, beautifuls. Oh, Love Bug is here with us. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are going to ask from a man's perspective. You can ask any question you want while you have Love Bug here. Hey, Tony from Philly. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We're glad you're here. Earth Goddess, what is your name? First timer. I'm so glad that you're here. Love Bug. Come on, they can't see you, love. Bring your booty. Bring your booty over here. All right. So you can ask Love anything you want, okay? To ask from a man's perspective, and then I'm going to break down the science behind his answers and why men do what they do. Why do they think the way they think? I understand the science more than what men understand about themselves. So I'll break it down, but you can ask him anything you want while you have him. We only have him for like the next 15 minutes. So go ahead and let's get started since we don't have that much time, ladies. Go ahead and dive in. Who's going to ask the first question?
He's gonna start off with asking me questions.
Yes, Love Bug. We need to. Hey, Love Bug. Listen.
Thanks, Rose.
What if there's one question that women should know about men, but they rarely do, and it causes them pain with love? What would you say that is? What's one fact about men that women rarely know that causes them disappointment and heartbreak with men?
I would
Move your face out of the. Okay, let me get my pretty back. Oh, here it is. Okay, there you.
All right, thanks. Okay. I get regular face. I would say I don't know if it's something that women rarely know. I think it's something that women often ignore. Are signs that men don't fall as quickly as women, and so a lot of times women will start dating a man. And, he'll do all the right stuff at first and everything. And, oh, my God, he's so into me. And then you jump headlong into the relationship. And then, things get a little touchy-feely. And then afterwards, he, hits you with the stark truth. And then you're like, oh my God, I'm so
And what's the stark
heartbroken.
truth?
Is that he's just not that into you. So
Why did he have sex with her then if he wasn't that into her?
Because men like sex. Captain Obvious question much? Yeah. But yeah, no, men like sex. And so a lot of times, a lot of men have a goal of, just getting sex. And they'll say and do all the right stuff to get what they want. And then after they get that, then reality sets in. So I don't think it's like a secret thing. I think it's just an often ignored thing.
Okay, here, the questions are coming in.
I could be wrong.
Let's answer the questions that are coming in. What would cause a man to be jealous of a woman and the children? Ooh, what kind of man is that?
A feminized man who's gonna be jealous of a woman and her children? I don't understand that.
I can answer that.
Please, because I don't. That's.
Baby, if he's jealous of you, first of all, listen, ladies, I'm all about empowering you. I'm all about giving you the information that can help you to have and to do better. Okay? Because at the end of the day, the power is in your hands. If you have that man, baby, then it starts with you. You chose a man who was beneath you. You chose a man who was highly in his feminized energy. Everything in the universe has a frequency and vibration for balance. That means for wholeness, for health, for how it's been organized or structured to operate. So as a man, if he is finding himself competing against you, that's because of his own weaknesses, his own insecurities, and you, because you're doing better than him, he is already feeling insignificant. A man knows, ladies, if he really deserves you or not. And a man will still pursue you knowing that he's not worthy of you. I'm going to say that one more time. A man will still pursue you knowing that he's not worthy of you. Why would he not? That's like somebody going to the dealership who know they can't afford a Porsche, and if the Porsche is willing to give it away for cheap, then trust me, they're going to take the Porsche. However, when they drive the Porsche, they're not going to value the Porsche. They're going to run that damn Porsche into the ground. They're probably going to crash it up. They're not going to take care of it. They're not going to get the oil changed, the tires rotated. They're not going to do the things in order to upkeep the Porsche, because deep down inside, they know they were never worthy to have that Porsche in the first place. So some of you are giving yourself away to people who weren't even worthy of your airspace to begin with. And because you don't value you enough to notice that, then he isn't valuing you either. Okay? All right. Let's try this again. What's another? Is your butt? Scoot your butt.
Backside.
All right. What's another? Okay, hold on. What is the best thing a woman can do to prepare herself for a man?
Oh, that's a good question. That's a great question. What is the best thing a woman can do to prepare herself for her man? I think the best thing a woman can do is to be the kind of person that she wants to attract. Be the kind of person that she wants to attract. I think that's the best thing.
Love Bug, you giving some good answers. Okay. So let me break this down some more, ladies, for you. So this man left a comment on Facebook, and I'm telling you that this comment is really going to bless and prosper your life if you let it. And he left a comment under my video when I was telling you, ladies, that you are the prize and where your place stands when it comes to the whole dating game and the science of attraction. That you got to think of yourself as the garden. That a garden does not plant itself. It doesn't feed itself. It doesn't fertilize itself. It doesn't give itself the sun or the rain. It doesn't do that. A gardener, understands that it's his job to pour into the garden if he wants it to produce fruit. It understands that it needs to make sure that the garden is exposed to the sun, that is exposed to a place where it can get the proper amount of water. It's providing the proper amount of water and the nutrition and nutrients, etc. However, what the guy said is, I'm all for that. I'm all for that analogy with women being in the receptive mode, which is what I was explaining in the video, and with women being the garden and being the most valued. However, it's a woman's job to make sure that her garden is clear of weeds. Because if you have the best gardener and if he's coming to a garden that has a whole bunch of weeds, then that garden isn't going to produce quality fruit no matter what kind of seeds you put in it, no matter how much sunshine you give it, no matter how much nutrients you give it, no matter how much water you give it. And I was like, ooh, He has a point. And here's the thing that's not so sexy, that so many of the love experts that is so delicious and so commercial that people like to listen and follow, they give you the doing advice. Like, if you just do this, then you can get a man. If you play this game, then you can get a man. If you wear this outfit, you can get a man. If you get a boob job, then you can get a man. But none of them is teaching you that you must become first the version of your soulmate that you want to attract, because no matter how bad you want love, no matter all the things you keep doing in order to get love, all the water you keep pouring into the garden, if the garden isn't on fertile ground, then it's not going to produce fruit. You can't expect for a man who's a good gardener to come by and see your garden as being appealing. It's not. There's no ground there for him to plant his seed literally in. So what does that mean? Our responsibility as women is, see, this ain't too sexy. That's when everybody's going to jump off. They don't want to hear this. So what is our responsibility as women? Our responsibility is to make sure that our garden's ground is fertile, that we are coming to the table, doing the work on ourselves to clear the weeds, the love blocks, the thoughts, behavior, the beliefs, or the energetic blocks that's keeping us from love. How I discovered this was when I started my journey, I found myself homeless with a child because my garden was jacked up. It was full of all kinds of weeds, the kind of weeds that attract the pests and the rodents and the roaches, okay, and the bugs. That is what I was attracting. So that is why I ended up homeless. That's why I ended up with the D word. That's why I ended up where I felt like I was hopeless, until I discovered that I had to start working on me. And when I looked at my daughter and felt like I failed her, I made a promise to her. I said, Mommy was going to figure this love thing out. Mommy was going to show you what healthy love looks like. And I was going to get you a big backyard, because at that point we didn't have nothing. And what I did was I did a dating experiment. I'm the only love expert in the world who did a dating experiment where I went on 100 dates in a little over 3 months and interviewed over 4,000 men, women, and couples, and read hundreds of books on love, dating, and relationships, the anthropology of love, dating, and relationships, the science of attraction, so I can be able to understand the formula. Like, what would it take in order for me to increase my options of high quality men? And what I discovered was literally priceless. It gave me so much power that I was able to go from getting played all the time to getting paid. And when I say getting paid, I went from getting played all the time, where men wanted to use me, to where I was attracting top quality men who wanted to pour into me, who wanted to love me, who wanted to commit to me without getting the sugar cakes, ma'am, without getting the Scooby snacks or the honey buns, ma'am, or the peaches and cream. These men actually wanted to work to earn me. But in order for me to get to the point where I was able to attract a good man, me and my husband have been married for going on 11 years this month. We're getting ready to go on our yearly honeymoon to celebrate our anniversary in Thailand. And the reason why I was able to attract somebody who adores me, love, what are you doing? The reason why I was able to attract my best friend, like, I look at my husband as being my romantic best friend. And the reason why I was able to do that is because I learned the secrets that I'm getting ready to teach you. So before I even go into that, I want us to ask Love Bug some more questions, understanding what it is that he's trying to tell you as a man, okay? Because a man is going to have sex with you, whether you like it or not, even when he has no intentions of being in a committed relationship with you. All right. Somebody said, why are men in their 50s are attracted to young girls in their 20s? What would you say to that, Love Bug?
That sounds like midlife crisis.
That's nasty.
Right,
that feels a little pedo 3-ish. That's not normal, ma'am. That's not healthy. That's not normal. Okay? He's a no man. He's a Build-A-Bear. I don't care what you say. That's not cute. That's a man who clearly has not ever experienced a sense of manhood. And move out the way, you take my pretty away.
Yeah, really.
Give him a pretty away. Okay. How to find a good, healthy, masculine energy man to fall in love with you. Okay, Love Bug, go ahead.
Again, this goes back to kind of my last comment. You have to be the person that you want to attract. So if you want to attract a masculine man, then you have to be that opposite. You have to be The feminine woman, where's your magnets? Get your
Okay, where's my
magnets.
magnet? Okay, go ahead, love bug.
Do the magnet demonstration.
All right.
So, opposites attract. Magnets, North Pole, South Pole, or I'm not sure. But these are the same poles, the same orientation.
So that's masculine energy.
This is masculine. This is going to repel. If you're both masculine, you're going to repel. If he's feminine and you feminine, you're going to repel. You have to be opposites. See, look at that. Before we even get to that part of the demonstration, the masculine attracts the feminine. So you have to be in your feminine energy if you want to attract a man that's in his masculine energy. If you're in your masculine energy, you're going to attract feminine boys. And I don't know if you want F boys on your team, but that's if you want a masculine man.
How do you know if you're with a man that's in his masculine energy, love bug?
He'll do manly, masculine stuff for you.
I mean, how do you know, like, if he is in his masculine energy? What are the manly things that he would do? Give them some of the signs.
He does manly stuff. He treats you like a feminine woman. He's chivalrous. Opens your car door. Open your door when you're walking in and out of buildings and dwellings and such. Take out your trash. Mop the floors. Hang pictures. All these pictures, I'll hang this up. All these pictures, fix your furniture. He might not be a master craftsman or a carpenter or something, but
figure it out.
He can be handy with a screwdriver. He can do simple manly stuff around the house for you, and that's what a man does. He does manly stuff for you. Like, you shouldn't be out there changing your tire yourself. Is it a good skill to have for a woman? Yes, I told all my daughters how to change tires and stuff like that in the event of an emergency. But if it's not that, they're gonna call dad. When they get married, they'll call their husbands. If you can't call a man to help you out of a jam, and it's something that men do, then he's probably not that manly. If he's talking about his nails and he don't want to ruin his manicure and this and that, and he don't want to get his hands dirty, and if he does not own any tools at all, not a hammer, screwdriver, something,
he got to own tools, stuff, right?
You should. I think that's just me. Like, I grew up, taking wood shop and doing stuff like that.
I don't want a man that don't know how to fix
So
stuff.
I don't feel like I need to have some basic tools around the house. Like, I can't.
Somebody asked, does he do it without being asked?
Yes, that's another thing. He'll do it without being asked. If you have to ask somebody to take out the trash spilling all over the place, you got to ask him to take out the trash. All he do is walk by and stuff it down, all the time. What are you doing, brother? Take out the trash. Man up.
Read this, love bug.
It's so true. I did Shay's program and my romantic best friend found me. See, the thing is, like, a lot of women like to ask, where do I go to find a man? Where do I find? It's not your job to find a man. That's not your job. The men are the hunter-gatherers. It's not your job to find a man. Like, you are the one to be found. You're supposed to be there sitting there like a little pretty flower waiting to be picked. And then here comes this manly man, and he got his, sack of goods over his shoulder because he's providing for his tribe. And he come by, oh, pretty flower, this would make my life complete. And then now y'all courting and going on coffee dates and such.
And you're saying that when the right man finds you, that he's willing to do the things necessary in order to have you? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Because let me read this to you. Why do certain men pretend to want a serious committed relationship by what he has in his dating app profile or in person instead of stating he wants one thing to get women that don't mind non-commitment?
I've seen this quite a bit.
I have two answers, but go ahead.
My answers are purely anecdotal. And so from what I've seen is that, for starters, these guys, men, if you want to use that word, are cowards. They scared to be honest with themselves and the people that they deal with and just say, hey, I'm looking for XYZ. But instead of being honest and going for what they want and finding a person that's with that, they're thinking very short term and they're thinking, oh, I want ABC when they're looking for XYZ. And so then once they get ABC and then you find out all they wanted was XYZ, now it's a problem. But I would think that an honest man would be more respected if he were to come out and say, hey, I'm looking for XYZ. You look like you want to have some fun, maybe not a long time. Let's have a good time. If he's honest with that and she's with it, I think that is a better situation than somebody pulling the wool over your eyes and saying, "Oh, I want ABC," when they know they want XYZ.
So can I answer that?
You can.
Let me answer that. Only a low frequency vibrational man would just want to use a woman for sex. And only a low vibrational frequency woman would allow a man to just use her for sex. I'm just going to be completely honest, okay? The Sagittarius in me just got to keep it 100% real. And a lot of the times, a woman doesn't know her value. She uses her body as commerce in order to earn a man to want her, due to multiple reasons, because she doesn't see the value in herself without introducing sex as what's on the platter. And ladies, again, I refuse to take the power out of your hands. We have always been the most powerful sex out of the two. We are the one that control the entire dating game. We control the allowing a man in our body, allowing a man in our bed, and allowing our man in our life. And with that comes the process of dating. You got to understand what the process of dating entails. When you understand the science of attraction, when you understand what triggers a man biochemically to fall in love with you, then you don't do dating the same way again. You can't do it like you're just playing Russian roulette with your love life. Thank you for that little penis thing that you put across my head. You can't play the game like that. It simply doesn't work for you. You are more likely to crap out when you're just playing Russian roulette with your JJ versus understanding systematically how to approach dating. Now, how many ladies here say, I don't want to play any games when it comes to love? Like, where are you? Where's the, I don't want to play any games for love. If I got to do all that, I don't want it. Like, where are you? Let me just see where you at. Okay, let's get a temperature check first. Where's the ladies that I don't want to have to play any games? I'm real. I just want somebody that's gonna be real. We can both be honest with each other. I don't want to play any game. Where are you at? Where are these ladies at? I don't want any games. Just be honest. I don't want any games. Where's those ladies at? Okay. Where's the no games lady? I don't want to play any games. Now, the ladies that are saying they don't want to play any games, how many of you have gotten played? Okay? The ones who's saying that I don't want to play any games, we're the ones that have gotten played. You had a man that ghosted you. You had a man lie on you. You had a man cheat on you. You had a man that wasn't who he presented himself to be after you fell for him. You had a man that you didn't really see who he truly was until after you married him and until after you fell in love with him. You've been with a narcissist. Hello. Come on, ladies. Come, let's just tell the truth. Where you at? Where's ladies? I don't want to play games, but I've been played. I've been cheated on. I've been mistreated. I've been devalued. I've been with a man who claimed that he only wanted to be with me. He wasn't dating anybody else, but he still didn't want a commitment. Where are them ladies at? I'm just going to show you something, ladies. Follow me. This is going to bless and change your life if you let it. Okay. Now, ladies, if you don't want to play any games, how do you know? Listen to me. Answer the question. Just think about this. Let's go over into the common sense corner. If you're not willing to play the mating game, the dating game, how do you know who you are choosing? How do you know he is who he says he is? That he is who you hoped he would be? How do you know he's going to value you for life? How do you know he's going to treat you right? How do you know if he has character or not? Somebody tell me. Put it in the chat. How do you know? Somebody tell me. Huh? Put it in the chat. How do you know? How do you know you're with the man who would show up for you when times got tough if your car broke down? How do you know if you're not willing to play any games? By what actions? Through what actions? Just the actions he's showing you? A lot of you, the reason why you fell in love with that man is through his actions, and the actions didn't align with who he really was. So what exactly are we talking about then? Huh? How are you going to know, ladies? Vetting him? I'm looking for more. Let me see who can get the right answer the first time, and then I'm going to give out a prize. His investment towards you. What kind of investment? For how long? What's an investment? For some of you ladies, all he has to do is buy you a cup of ice, and to you, that's an investment. And you're all of a sudden sleeping with him. For some of you ladies, a $300 dinner date is like amazing to you. And you think that that means that that man is really into you and he's worthy of your body. For some of y'all, all he has to do is buy you a piece of leaf from a rose. Sorry, it's the Sagittarius. He all he has to do is pluck a piece of leaf from the rose and say that delicate leaf reminded him of your beautiful, delicate face and how he wants to be able to rub the delicacy of your face for the rest of his life. And then all of a sudden you are falling in love with him. It's love at first sight. So what exactly does it take? Oh, so if he buys you a house, then that means that he's a good man, that he's in love with you? Is that the case? Because I know of women, including myself, where a man bought her a house and he ended up being abusive, ma'am. He ended up controlling her and trapping her in that house. So somebody please tell me, how do you know that he would be a good father, that he would be a good husband, that he would be a provider long term? Can somebody tell me? Consistency, what does that mean? For how long? Consistency at doing what exactly? His character, tell me more. What does that mean? Sacrifices he makes? And I appreciate that. I appreciate you for being honest. She said, at this point, I don't know. Thank you so much for your honesty, ma'am. Please email my support staff at support@shaybetter.com and tell her that I said you won a digital copy of my book. I appreciate your honesty. I'm waiting, honestly, I don't know, the way he treats his mom and respects other women. How many women know men who are mama's boys and treat their mama great while treating a woman like crap?
That's crazy.
Who will put their mother first before their wives and dismiss their wives while putting their mother first and letting their mother control their relationship. I'm trying to show y'all something. If you can just stay with me. Move your face out. You take my pretty way, love. But look how they do me. I don't even look like that. I don't even look like that.
Got me looking like Elder
right.
Barge.
When setting boundaries, they are met. Baby, a narcissist knows how to show you exactly what you want to see for as long as it takes in order for you to let your guard down, and then you see the real him. So I need you to tell me, he needs to be invested in himself first. What does that mean? Everyone is different, and you have to go through different scenarios to see the reaction. You're getting close. You're getting close. Ladies, listen. Let me learn you something about how do you know if a man is who he really is. You got to be willing to give it time and test. Time and test, baby. And that is called vetting. And you can't just vet him for 2 days or 2 weeks or just 2 months. You got to have your eyes wide open. You got to have a game plan and know exactly what you're doing. You got to know exactly what it is that you're looking for. And you need time and you need tests. According to science, both are necessary in order to trigger a man's vasopressin for him to bond to you for life. Let me break it down for you so that you understand. Now, first, understand in every single species living understands what I'm telling you right now. The bird kingdom understands it. Daggone elephants understand it. Crocodiles understand it. Freaking rats and moles, the perivole understands that you got to give it time. You got to give him the time to biochemically be triggered to fall in love with you. What does that mean? He needs time to produce his vasopressin bonding hormone that allows him to want to commit to you, provide to you, and protect you. That's the first thing. His body biochemically needs to be able to produce those receptors. For some of you, you say, well, why did he make it seem like that he wanted something at first and then he didn't want something? Well, actually, biochemically, he could have wanted something, if we're being honest with each other. In the beginning, he could have seen you as somebody potentially that he wanted a future with. However, according to Dr. Don Maslar, when a man has sex with you too soon, it interrupts his bonding hormone process. It interrupts his vasopressin receptor bond with you. There's that. The second option is he can simply be a Build-A-Bear. Some of you are Build-A-Bear magnets due to your childhood experiences and your traumas and the lies that have developed because of those experiences. What do I mean? Some of you ladies are absolutely dynamic. You have accomplished so much. You have gotten all kinds of degrees, all kinds of awards. You're doing great things in your careers. However, in this space, when it comes to love, you completely give away your power. And the reason why you give away your power is because in your head, all you hear is your mother telling you that you're not good enough. You hear her constantly criticizing you that you're too fat, you're too skinny, you're too this, you're too that. You remember her emotional neglect when you was growing up. Or you have judged your self-worth because your father wasn't emotionally available, or because he wasn't physically present, or because you saw the way he mistreated your mother, or you saw the way he would mistreat other women, or you saw the way he wasn't protective of you, and you've been trying to get that love and that acceptance and attention from your father for so long. You've now defaulted it to men who are incapable of loving you like your daddy was. And so what do? You just continue to repeat the same cycle over and over again. Or some of you were inappropriately touched when you were younger, and that left a gaping wound in you. That left a wound making you feel shame, and shame is the lowest frequency vibration on the energy scale. So then now you are a natural magnet to low vibrational frequency men who just simply want to violate you more mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually. They simply just want to take from you. So even though on the outside everything looks pretty, everything looks great, you're so smart, and you try to fill that void with accomplishments, with buying things, with being better, or being somebody that you think would be able to earn love or earn respect, then you're still a magnet to heartbreak at the lowest level, because those wounds that create trauma bonds have not been cleared. So what does that mean for you? That means that you will keep attracting these low, toxic, dysfunctional relationships until you heal. And that means that you will attract men who will lie to you over and over again, because a man can see your love archetype. What does that mean? He can see what are your insecurities. He can see your trauma wounds before you can. And for a weak man, it is an easy advantage. You would be considered easy prey. And how do you know a man's intentions? When you're a woman who's vibrating at a higher level, when you're a woman who no longer have those gaping wounds, when you're no longer vibrating with those kind of men, then you have a certain type of standard, and you are going to make sure he rises to that standard. What do I mean? Now, whenever you're looking for somebody to give you any services, how many of you guys do this? I will never hire anybody to do any service work for me without checking his reviews and getting 3 quotes. Okay, so that means I need to see, like, if we need to get our air condition fixed, I need to see 3 different air conditioning companies before I choose one company. I'm not going to just vet one company and then just go along with that company. Some of you, the first penile that comes along, because you don't feel worthy and you feel like you're never going to have another penile to come along again, then you just jump into a relationship with that individual. So I need to make sure, am I choosing the best possible option? I need to see your reviews. I need to see your background. And then the second thing I'm going to do is I'm going to observe. Some of y'all talk too goddamn much. Can I be honest? I know we got some sensitive people, but I'm a Sagittarius from St. Thomas, and you know, the West Indian me and the Sagittarius in me is a dangerous combination for just telling the truth. Okay, I feel like it's way more effective. So are y'all okay with me being honest with y'all? Is that okay? So you are easily allowing these men that's in your world. So what do you have to do? How do you know if a man is who he is? Ma'am, put him through some daggone tests. I'm going to test. If I'm going to hire somebody and give them a lot of my investment, I need to test to make sure you understand. And I need to know based on actions, not just your answers and not just your words. I'm not going to hire somebody to work for my company and they don't go through a probationary period to make love bug blink. Love bug, they thinking you held captive, honey. They thinking I'm not going to let them work permanently for my company if they don't go through a series of tests. And some of y'all don't put a man some of y'all won't put a man through a test to see how will he show up for you in certain scenarios. What type of father will he be? What type of husband would he be? What type of person will he be in a relationship with you? Love Bug, how did you feel? Did you know I was putting you through tests when we were dating?
Yeah, not really. I'm kind of slow, so.
Actually, it's not. I wasn't obvious with it. Like, ladies, you're not supposed to be obvious with putting a man through a test. What would you tell your daughter? What would you tell? How would you feel knowing that I put you through tests before I even chose you? Like, how do you feel about that as a man?
I passed, so I'm happy with it. Kobe.
Bye-bye.
Nah, there was some stuff I felt like I was like, I think she's just fooling with me on this. It's some stuff, but it is what it is. If you are trying to impress a woman and you want to look good in her eyes, then you're gonna do what needs to be done. If I gotta rebuild this whole stinking closet because all these clothes, then rip down the closet rack, and I gotta go to Home Depot and buy all the parts and drill the holes and find the studs and this and this and that and hang up all. I'm gonna do that.
Love Bug, do you?
Because I know not everybody can do that, and there's probably some dudes and they're like looking like they was playing fiddly sticks and didn't even know where to begin. So I'm like, ha. You 6'5", but you can't build no closet. Get out of my way, sucker.
He said, but was he raised healthy? Most men weren't. Actually,
yeah, I eat kale and stuff.
First of all, let me tell y'all something, okay? And we're just going to be completely honest. Neither one of us grew up in the whole idea household. I grew up watching my mother be abused. He grew up in a one-parent household where he wasn't seeing quality relationships. Why he became a good man is because of one thing. He chose to be a good man. He wanted to be a good man. And he became a good man intentionally. Do you think, like, all right, Love Bug, like let's talk about the debate on both sides of the coin. Is a man either good, period, and he would be good for any woman, or can a man become a good man because of the woman that he finds, and it's the woman first, then he turns into the man that could be able to keep and earn her if he really cares about her enough? Like, which one is it? Which one comes
like
first?
Chicken and egg scenario.
Yeah, which one is it?
That's a great question. I think that first he has to have the desire to want to be good, and I don't think everybody is for everybody. Like, a good man to you is not a good man to her, and with that being said, I think that's what the dating process is for, so you can gather that information and get to know who's who. Because, he's nice, he's sweet, and all this stuff, but he might not be like a dog or a bad man for you. Y'all just might not be a good mix. He might be a good guy, but he's just not the guy for you. So I will say that if a man is genuinely interested and he wants to pursue you and see where it's going and build something with you, then he is going to step up to the plate and be the best that he can be for you.
All right, well, let's okay, so we're going to keep it real because anything else is not going to help, right? So there was women that liked you, that wanted to be with you, that you was not willing to commit to them or give them what it is that they want. So then those women would have said that you weren't a good guy because you weren't willing to commit to them. You weren't willing to give them what it is they want. So what's the difference? Like, where's the line between he's a Build-A-Bear because he had sex with me but he doesn't want anything more, versus the man who, when he finds the woman that he wants, he's like, that's the woman I want. I'm going to show up and do everything I need to because that's what's required in order to have the person that I really want to have.
It's kind of a case-by-case thing, and I think some of this is kind of relative, because if he doesn't want to commit to you, he might not be dogging you or cheating on you or anything like that, but he just doesn't want to commit to you. I think if that's the case, then hopefully he can realize in a timely fashion, like, hey, this is not working out, it's not going where I think it's going, maybe we should just part ways, so they don't waste either of their time, but again, it's case by case basis. Just because somebody's not that into you doesn't make them bad, doesn't make them a bad man, doesn't make him a Build-A-Bear. He's just not that into you. And it's the same difference with how many men have you went on a date with once or twice, he'd be like, yeah, I'm just not really interested. You know, you might have thought he was cute, handsome, whatever. Oh, he, you know, this degree, this kind of job, blah, 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 blah. But then after a couple of dates, you're like, I don't feel it. There's no spark. There's no lit match. You know, there's just nothing. You're just not that into him. It happens, both sides of the coin. That doesn't make you a bad woman because you're not into him.
Can I give y'all a secret? How many of you guys want to know the secret to what is 9 times out of 9 blocking you from attracting love? How many of you want to know that secret? If you don't, I can move on.
Raise your hands.
How many of you guys, because I'm going to break this down from a scientific and an energetic standpoint, if you let me. Okay? I'm going to break this down real quick from a scientific and an energetic standpoint, if you let me. Because there's 2 things that is blocking every woman from being able to attract love. Okay? The first thing is that she simply doesn't understand that her archetype determines what she's going to experience in love. And that equals her love blocks. And I've already talked about that. Your thoughts, behavior, beliefs, or energetic block that is blocking you from love. And you not understanding the science of attraction, ladies. There's a certain way that you move with men that triggers them to want you every single time. And I learned that by studying under a master seductress. Follow me for a second before you start to think all the things you've been brainwashed to think about the art of seduction, okay? Because I'm going to caveat with this. There's ethical seduction, and even when you're powerful at the art of seduction, if you haven't cleared the love blocks, then you're still going to choose the low vibrational matches. You're still going to choose the Build-A-Bears. You're still going to choose the men that you don't want that are dysfunctional and toxic. However, when you understand the art of seduction while using the science of attraction, then you become absolutely irresistible to a man. If I taught you just 3 things I understand about the art of seduction, it will 10x everybody that's on this live, no matter what you look like, no matter your age, no matter your size or how many children. It will 10x the number of men that are approaching you. Okay? Just by understanding this art. And when I understood it, then that's when it significantly increased not only the number of men that were attracted to me, however, it was increasing the number of men who wanted to marry me. I was proposed to not once, not twice, but 7 times. 7. And these men were giving me things. One man bought me a house. Another one bought me a car. And I'm not talking about with a note. I'm talking about buy it and give it to me. I was getting trips, me and my friends, shopping sprees, you name it. I was getting it. And how I was getting it is because I was using this art of seduction. Okay? I was using the science of attraction combined. However, the thing that I have discovered after helping thousands of women to be able to get the same results that I was getting is that for so many of them, the reason why they're unable to attract love is because their past lovers are still floating within their DNA. What do I mean? How many of you know that scientifically that your ex that you had sex with, if he has went to the grocery store. I'm trying not to get kicked off on TikTok, okay? Somebody type it so I don't have to say it. But if he entered you and left any presents, okay, any kids, any swimmables, then
he made a deposit.
If he made a deposit, then understand that he left physical residue and spiritual residue that says to other men that you are already taken. Hello? Did I miss them, Love Bug? Did I lose them? You have left, he's left evidence that says that I am already taken. And when another man is around you, he can pick up on the vibrational patterns that another man has claimed you spiritually and energetically, ladies. I'm telling you, this thing goes so deep. And your womb holds on, because your womb is an incubator. So when he's depositing himself, he's depositing a piece of his spirit, literally and figuratively, inside of your body. It is telling your body and your DNA and your vibrational patterns and frequency what to do moving forward. Even to the point, and this has been proven by science, okay? You can go watch my videos. I've posted them. I've even posted the studies that have talked about this. And I'm going to tell you how you can get rid of it, okay? And it's more than just a spiritual detox. I keep seeing people say noni baths, and I keep seeing people put all kinds of different suggestions. The reason why we're the number one agency that people come to in order to be able to clear that DNA and that spiritual block and those soul ties is because our process is effective. But I say, do you, ma'am. Whatever works for you, I will tell you how I can help you by the time I'm finished with this. However, no matter what happened, and some of you guys didn't choose it, okay? But just because you didn't choose it, it doesn't mean that his DNA isn't still impacting your cells. It doesn't mean that his frequency, the imprint of his spiritual DNA, isn't still impacting yours. So it is so important that you are intentional about clearing it. It's so important that you are intentional about breaking the soul ties. Some of you can still feel your ex when he has sex with somebody. For some of you, you can still feel when your ex enters into a space without you even knowing that he's in the space. Why is that? Just come with me for a second. Now, in science, in quantum physics, it talks about how you can have two protons from the same place. They can be, or two protons that have been split apart, and you can put one on one side of the universe and one on another side of the universe. If you spin one way, it will cause the other one to spin that same way. Okay? When you have sex with somebody, you are literally becoming one. You're combining the DNA. His sperm is designed to start to program your body to prepare for his legacy. It's preparing your brain for his legacy, for you to literally be hooked on him. It's preparing your womb for his legacy to prevent other sperm from being able to impregnate you. It's also potentially triggering autoimmune disease where your body starts to now attack itself. Why? Because his frequency pattern conflicts with yours, baby. The reason why you weren't interested in him in the beginning, do y'all know? How many of you guys know what I'm talking about? Where you had that man that kept wanting you, kept wanting you. You was like, nah, I'm not interested. You didn't know what it was. He seemed like he was decent, but you was like, nah, I'm not interested. He broke you down. Then you gave him a chance, only for you to regret it later on. How many of you know what I'm talking about? How many of you know what I'm talking about? He did all that, got you, to only play you, to break your heart, to mistreat you. No? Only me? Okay. Your gut, your spirit was trying to tell you something. However, you was like, you second guessed yourself. Let me give him a chance. Maybe you got lonely. Whatever it is that you told yourself. You didn't follow your instinct. But what it is that your subconscious mind, your energetic frequency, your auric field picked up that his didn't align with yours to begin with, ma'am. And once he entered into your body, his low frequency started to counteract with yours. It's kind of like how they talk about sound patterns, and you have opposite patterns that can cancel each other out. So then now you have that experience happening within your body. And you think that once you break up, then he is no longer with you and he's no longer impacting you. He is literally preventing you from being with other people. Some of you were a loving person. You knew that you have a soulmate. You knew that he was out there, and now you don't even want to date or try love again. Where are you at? The ones that was like, I'm giving up on love. I'm done with love. because of that ex that completely broke your heart, and now you don't trust yourself, and now you don't trust love, and you don't even want to take the chance of getting hurt again. Hello? Hello? Do you know that there's some men that are energetic vampires that will have sex with you just so that they can absorb your energy to feed their vision, to feed their dream, to feel their own creations? Because, ma'am, wrapped up in your feminine power is the ability to be able to manifest and create, darling. That's what's wrapped up in it. However, when you create a soul tie and or a soul contract with somebody, especially when they're embed themselves in your DNA, then it almost binds or ties up that ability. So then it makes it even more challenging for you to be able to attract healthy love, or to set yourself free, or to set your gifts free. Some of you guys have all kinds of gifts. Some of you have the gift of healing. Some of you guys have the gift of seeing. Some of you have the gift of being able to speak into other people. Some of you have the gift of all kinds of things that are tied up simply because of the person that you slept with that did not have good intentions for you. Some of you don't know what it is. You never ever experienced anxiety in your life until after you slept with him. Hello? Hello? Some of you never experienced feeling down or having certain thoughts until after you slept with him. Some of you were never nauseous when you smelled certain foods. I must be talking to myself. Some of y'all understand me, some of y'all don't. Hello? Until after you slept with him. Babies, you got to understand that everything that enters into your body is going to either cause inflammation or balance and wholeness. That's through your mind. That's physically, through eating, etc. So when you have different men that's been in your body, it causes an inflammatory response, especially when it's low vibrational, because your body is trying to protect you. So it's trying to get rid of the foreign invasion that is hurting you, even when it's not physical, even when it is emotional and vibrational. So then when your body's trying to reject all of these different vibrational patterns that are in your body, some of you guys are not fat, you're inflamed because you're holding on to the traumas from past relationships. Because of that X that's in your body, then your body is having an inflammatory response. Sometimes it's the inflammatory responses in your brain, which leads to the depression and which leads to the anxiety. Some of the inflammatory responses in your womb. Some of you guys are dealing with all kinds of female issues because you're still holding the trauma of what happened to you as a little girl, or when you were in college when somebody took what was never theirs. When you are now aware of this, then now you can do something about it to be able to heal it, to set you free, to allow you to be open to receive the love that is waiting for you, because every single one of you has a soulmate that is waiting for you. The only reason why you showed up on this live is because your soulmate called you to. People don't find me by accident. It's always a spiritual calling why people come to me. Okay? When you want the other foolishness, you don't come to me. You go to the other stuff. When you come to me, you're coming to me because you were sent here. You were sent here by maybe a loved one that's crossed over. You were sent here by your higher self. You were sent here by your soulmate. You were sent here because something in you is saying it's time. It's my turn. I'm ready for love. That's why you were sent here. It's not by accident why you found my love. The next decision on what you're going to do about it is simply up to you, baby. That's the only thing. So this is what I'm going to do, because me and Lovebug, we're getting ready to go on our yearly honeymoon. And I wanted to be able to offer a gift to you that I have never done. And I'm not going to do it again. But when Spirit told me today that this is what I need to do, then I said that I was going to do it. How many of you, if I could give you the key to being able to clear the DNA that's been trapped in your body due to your past lovers so that you're free to attract healthy love, how many of you would want that? Say I. How many of you how many of you would want that? How many of you would want to get, like, just the idea of your ex? I remember when I thought about, like, one of my exes, I wanted to throw up in my mouth. Maybe two. And I had to figure it out because I didn't want him impacting me when it came to love anymore. Okay, so let me break this down for you. This is what I did, okay? I needed to figure out, when I saw so many women being impacted, I needed to figure out, like, what was it that could be able to help them to be able to clear their DNA and clear their womb, because their womb was holding so much pain and holding so much trauma in their womb. So then I went into a deep meditation in order to figure out and get the answers. And this is what was downloaded to me. An entire course to be able to help a woman. Like, I have to first help your mind so that you understand what is it you're doing. But then I was able to create a meditation using light codes. How many of you are familiar with what light codes are? How many of you guys are familiar what light codes are? I'm trying not to get too deep so that what I'm explaining to you can make sense. Okay? Okay. So light codes are, like, for instance, you ever been at church and you heard people speak in tongues because they felt like they were in line with the spirit, and then you heard them speaking in another language when they felt like they were overcome by the spirit? So some of that is performative. Some of that is because they really are being in alignment and they're being inspired. Light codes is a higher frequency vibration of that. It's like a highest frequency of the vibrational language pattern that allows somebody to be able to clear whatever the intention is. So there's light codes for manifesting money. There's light codes for healing. There's light codes for all kinds of things. Some people call it speaking in tongues. Baby, get off of my pretty. See, get out my pretty. Move your face, love bug. I need you to be on it. Okay? So there's light codes that help to speak on the DNA level because your DNA is made of light. And when you really start studying DNA, then you understand that it's made of light. So when somebody's speaking in tongues or in light codes, which is a higher frequency level, then it's now going past your subconscious mind and then it's going to your DNA, so that it's creating the vibrational patterns that allow your DNA to be able to release what doesn't vibrationally align with the highest good of your vibrational DNA pattern. How many of you understand me so far? Let me make sure that I haven't lost you. You said, yes, that's why we need daily sunlight. Exactly. So when I downloaded this information for women, I was like, is this really going to work? Like, I started testing it out. And when I even did the meditation myself, I could feel my cells being changed. And then I used it for a lot of our students where they've been hooked on exes for years and they couldn't let go. I had one client that came to me. She was hooked on her ex for 4 years after they broke up. She couldn't stop thinking about him. She couldn't stop wanting him. She felt like it was blocking her from money, that it was blocking her from love. She didn't have a man even approach her in 4 years. And then when she was able to do these light codes and do this program, then literally the following week, she had all kinds of men that were approaching her. She started feeling like she was more connected than ever. She finally felt like she was set free. She could feel like the chains was being released. I'm going to give it. Just for those of you who are on the live, I'm going to give it for those of you who choose yourself. And this is what I'm going to do. For those of you who book your love mapping call, and for just tonight, I'm going to give you a code so that you can discount it all the way down to only $49, okay? My light code Sacred Womb Healing is $1,200 normally. However, I'm going to give it to you for those of you who show up for your love mapping call, who book your love mapping call for only $49. I'm going to give it to you because I need you to first sit down with one of my specialists to figure out what are your love blocks. What is actually keeping you from the love that you want that you're not even aware of? I need you to understand like what you can do to fix this permanently, because there's no point for you to break the soul ties to clear the DNA if you're going to go back into the pattern that caused it in the first place. So my team is going to work with you to see how we can help you to be able to resolve this permanently. And then you're going to get the Sacred Healing Kit that comes with over 8 hours of transformational videos, journal prompts, activities for you to do, and those light code meditations to help you to be able to rewrite and rewire your DNA so that you can be open to receiving the highest form of love. How many of you, like, that's like an amazing gift that you are so grateful to receive? Love Bug, get out look at you looking all pretty. All right, thank you, Love Bug. Go on.
Yeah, I'm going.
All right, go on, Love Bug.
Bye.
How many of you,
Yeah, you want to scoot this over?
and this is going to be the last time I do something like this, okay? I'm literally giving it away. But I figured I would give it away to people who can value it. I'm going to give it away to people who can do something with it. So, if you want the Sacred Womb Healing course that I created for you, then go to Love Mapping Call right this second, okay? Go to Love Mapping Call, fill out the questionnaire. When you book your call, when you show up on your call, we're going to send to you the kit for the Sacred Womb Healing. And then when you do it, just follow instructions, ma'am, okay? Follow instructions. When you do it, make sure that you do it for 2 weeks straight. Do everything that I'm telling you to do within that course. Before you start the course, write a letter to yourself setting the intentions. You got to first give yourself permission to release the cord. Okay? Put in the code LOVE 2025. When you put in the code 2025, then it will discount it down to the $49. And it's first come, first serve. Okay? Put in the code Love 2025, and that's how you're going to get it for the $49. Okay? So when you get it, make sure you write a letter to yourself saying, I'm giving myself permission to release all soul contracts, all soul ties, all DNA imprints from past lovers. And you write that down with intention before you do the course. You go to lovemappingcall.com. You book your love mapping call. You show up for yourself, open and ready to do and have better. If you show up at work or in a car, ma'am, your call's going to be canceled. Like, take it seriously, because literally the call can save your life. It's for women who seriously want to up-level their love life. And they want to be rid of this permanently. And you're ready to attract your romantic best friend. Because if you let me help you, I promise you I can get you there. Like, literally every single woman that I have worked with has been able to attract their soulmate, have been able to attract the highest level of love. That's not by mistake. That's because we have a framework that has been studied and that's based on neuroscience. Okay? So if you let me, I can help you to be able to have the love, the happiness, the life, the freedom, the abundance that you were sent to me in order to have, but you got to take the first step. So the first step is go to lovemappingcall.com. And then when you sign up for your love mapping call and you show up, then you're going to get access to the Sacred Womb Healing. That's a $1,200 course. Okay? And when you're signing up for the love mapping call, use Love 2025. Okay? Use Love 2025 in order for you to get your discount so that you can have it discounted down to $49. Okay? You're welcome. Lisa said I did it because Lisa's in Diva University. Lisa did the Sacred Womb Healing. Lisa, what did you feel when you did the Sacred Womb Healing? Tell me, what did you feel? I'm so looking forward to seeing it. And I know you guys are, Vanessa, did you use the code, the Love 2025, so that you can get it down to $49? This is going to be the last time that I'm going to do something like this. You're welcome, baby. You're welcome, welcome, welcome. Diva in the Making Girly here. May I take advantage of the Love 2025? Heather, you already have your love mapping call, so it's for people who haven't booked a love mapping call. However, if you're doing the love mapping call because you want to up level, then you can book your love mapping call. But I believe that your sacred womb is already in your Diva in the Making. Okay? You're welcome, my love. You're welcome. Okay, if it's Canadian, baby, I'm sorry. I can't help Canada. I can't help. You said what is called meditation light? I'm sorry, Star, I don't understand your question. I don't understand it. It's funny. Everybody is quiet because they're booking their calls. Shay, you are healing my kids. I have 3 girls, 1 boys, and I'm beyond grateful. Aww. Y'all don't make me start ugly crying right before I go on my honeymoon. Please don't let me do that. This is the reason why I do this. Like literally the reason why I do this is for comments like that. I had a client who she was married 3 times. And when she came to me, she was getting ready to leave her husband. And I told her not to leave her husband. I've saved way more marriages than I've encouraged women to divorce. Some of y'all need to leave your raggedy Build-A-Bear for a husband. He's not even worth the ground that you walk on. However, in this case, her husband was a good guy. And it was her love blocks that was keeping her from being able to love her husband. But it was also affecting her children. So she had a daughter. Her daughter was like 3, 4. And she did not get along with her daughter. She actually resented her daughter. And she talks about this in her testimonial video. And when she was able to heal and transform through our process, her relationship with her husband not only improved, but her relationship with her daughter improved. And she was like, the thing about this that has really meant and impacted me the most is the benefit it's had on my children and how my children's life are changed because of the work that I've done here. Ladies, you got to make sure that your garden is free of the weeds so that the quality gardener that you are calling forth can actually cultivate the fruit and the abundance that is already within you. But you won't be able to allow that to take place when you have your fruit, your harvest, being choked off by your love blocks, by your fear. Some of you guys are still afraid of getting hurt. Some of you don't trust men. Some of you don't even believe that you ever will attract a healthy relationship. And some of you don't trust yourself, and you sure as heck don't trust love. What are you going to do with that? Like, how are you going to fix that in order to have the love that you want? Like, what exactly is the solution? What is the answer? I'm for some people, but I'm not for many other people. But those of you who I am for and that I resonate with, then I basically gave you 0 excuses for you to choose yourself by giving you a gift. I'm giving you the gift of my Sacred Womb Clearing, Healing, Transformational course that will help you to be able to clear the DNA of your past lovers, of your past pain that have been trapped in your womb, that has everything that you need in order to break your soul ties, break your soul contracts, and be able to rewire your DNA. Where can you see the testimonials? You can go to Google. We have a 100% 5-star rating on Google. Go to Shay Better Coaching, or you can go to shayyourlovediva.com. But if you want to see the testimonial for the lady with her daughter, then you want to go on shayyourlovediva.com, go under testimonials. She's wearing like a red hat. I think she's wearing polka dots in the video. The promo code is LOVE2025. LOVE 2025. I guess I'm out because I live in Toronto. I don't know why you would be out, baby. We have a lot of clients from Canada. You're right. You're like our neighbor. You know what, ma'am? That's so interesting. All right, so can I just talk to y'all now that because usually like I love to wait towards the end of the live so that I can be able to talk to like my real followers who stay back, because y'all know that I like let my hair down and now I can just talk to you and keep it real. Is that okay? If those of you who like, you're like, okay, I don't want any more information, thank you for joining this live. God bless. Have a great evening. I'm glad that you attended. But for the rest of you who just want me to take my hair down and just have a candid conversation with you, just say yes if you want me to be honest with you. Oh my God. Sir, ma'am, sir. You see that this is an all women's environment. Why are you trying to co-host, sir? Go and do something with yourself. There has to be other men lives waiting for you. Okay? Go do something with yourself, sir. If you're gay, you can stay. You are welcome. We don't discriminate. But if you're straight, hit the gate, sir. All right. It's interesting. I'm not gonna say your name, but I had a lady who came to me and she was like, she had been through so much and she was in a great deal of pain. She was rejected from the time that she was little. She was rejected, even when it came to love. And so for her, she allowed a man who lived with her for like 15 years. He didn't work. She paid all the bills for him, bought him a car. The man would cheat on her. They hadn't been intimate in like 4 years, something crazy like that. And he was literally draining her. Congratulations on booking. If you booked, that's right. If you book, make sure you drop booked so that we can make sure that we have your name that's going to get the sacred healing kit. Faith, can you please make sure that you're taking the names of those who have booked so that they are listed? Because only the people that's on this live are going to get the sacred wound clearing when they book their love mapping call. So can you please make sure that they did book? So anyway, so she was taking care of this man, and she didn't know how to choose herself. And so whenever I do a one-on-one session, I have the gift of seeing. I knew about my gift of seeing since I was 5 years old. So I use it to be able to help women. And that's when God moves through me and I'm able to see and hear and know certain things. And then I'm able to see a client's soulmate. I'm able to see the timeline that her soulmate's on and exactly what she needs to do in order to be able to attract her soulmate. And so I literally saw everything, right, in detail. And for her to be able to meet her soulmate, because on this timeline, she wasn't going to meet her soulmate, right? Like all of her love blocks had been blocking her from being able to meet her soulmate. And so I told her, like, this is what we need to do. This is the strategy. And she was like, Shay, I want so bad to be able to choose myself, but I have never been chosen. I have never chosen myself, and I don't know how to choose myself. Now, spiritual law says that I can't violate her free will. The only thing I can do is hold my hand out and be willing to hold her hand and being able to choose herself and having better. And that's why we have the program and the tools that have a 98% success rate in order to help a woman to do that. But I can never try to convince or force a woman in order to choose herself. And I simply was like, baby, I'm here, but I need you to ask me in order to be able to help you and support you. And y'all know that this woman literally could not. It was like probably one of my most painful calls. She literally could not choose herself. And the same way that she's unable to choose herself, men are unable to choose her. And she continues that cycle, that pattern. And she also had daughters. So then her daughter was also replicating that same pattern that she couldn't break the pattern for. So then when I'm looking down the timeline, I'm seeing her girls go through the same trauma. Like literally, I think I did a video one time where I was looking at the camera like looking crazy after a call because I saw her change her timeline from being able to meet her soulmate on her second timeline to like not even being able to see her soulmate at all. So for so many women, every time you pass up an opportunity to choose yourself, what you're doing is you're reinforcing in your subconscious mind the pattern of not choosing you and the pattern of attracting people who won't choose you as well. So at some point, for your benefit sooner than later, then you have to have that moment with you and you where you say, I don't want this anymore. I don't want the pain anymore. I don't want the not knowing anymore. I don't want the getting hurt and getting played and choosing the wrong man anymore. I can't deal with this anymore. I'm choosing me. I'm choosing better. I'm choosing love. I'm choosing abundance. I'm choosing happiness. I'm choosing peace. I'm choosing me. And then when a woman has that moment, you can feel the impact of that breakthrough. You can literally, even if you don't even have the gift of seeing, you can see her change right there on the call. It's a beautiful thing. And I think that's probably why my staff is so addicted to helping a woman to be able to transform her life. Like, literally, it's such a beautiful thing. But it is sad when a woman does not choose herself. Because for many of you, like I'm seeing, there's, okay, how do I break it down? One of you like has black hair, you're wearing red right now, and I can't remember, like, first of all, you like to control your world. You like to control a lot in your life, and it hasn't been working in relationships because the last relationship that you got out of, he was a narcissist, and you really don't trust men, and you have deep disappointment when it comes to your father. But the thing is that it's Christmas, so you're supposed to meet your soulmate like by Christmas or around Christmas. There's something like around Christmas with you being able to meet your soulmate. And you know, it's interesting because you gotta start to heal that masculine wound that is within you, because it's driven you deeply into your masculine energy. Yes, go ahead. I'll give you permission to book your call. If it's been a year, then you can go ahead and book your call. You said anything for cancers? So, okay, let me see. I'm trying to let the numbers go down lower so I can really speak candidly with you, because some people can't handle all of the information that I share. You said I tried to book the Love Mapping call but couldn't see where to put in the code. It's LOVE, baby, 2025. And September, my recommendation is to keep trying, because once the spots go, then they're all going to be gone. So it's how bad are you going to fight for yourself? Go back and book the call. Go back and book the call. Lisa, I already saw your soulmate, baby. You're going to be meeting your soulmate soon, but I've specifically been told not to tell you because you like to control too much. And if I tell you, then you're going to be looking and trying to control things right around that time, and that's going to block you from meeting your soulmate. The best thing I can do is not tell you when you're going to meet your soulmate. But I've already seen him. He's an absolutely amazing guy. He's absolutely amazing guy. You're going to know your soulmate because he's going to have soft eyes. Just remember that part. He's going to have kind eyes. I'm going to put it that way. Oh my gosh, don't get me into the signs. First of all, y'all Cancers like to take care of people too goddamn much. Okay? But and you be having like these extra passionate relationships that ain't supposed to be. You can't. You Cancers. And y'all be super stubborn. It's like when you hooked, you hooked. But then when you done, you just be trying to turn the back, just cut it off. Like a Cancer can literally just cut you when they done. Also, Cancers, y'all be lying to yourself a lot. Okay, you do. Taurus, first of all, y'all hard-headed. I'm just saying. Y'all hard-headed. A lot of times a Taurus woman is that type A woman, and she's really stubborn, but she's very loving too. And when a Taurus chooses to love, then a Taurus really loves. But for a Taurus, you be one and done messing around with a Taurus. Sagittarius, like, don't play with us, okay? Don't play with us if you got weak skin. First of all, Sagittarius are lovers of love, but we can also be players too, especially Sagittarius men. Sagittarius men are players. Scorpios are hoes. Not women, the men, okay? The men. And they be crazy. The Scorpio men are just a no man for me across the board. It's a no. It's a no for me. For Scorpio men, Capricorn women, you guys are leaders. Y'all be doing the most though in trying to lead a relationship, ma'am. Just sit down somewhere, let him take care of you, let him pour into you, instead of you trying to lead and take everything and fix everything and pour into him way too much. Gemini, I need you to pick a side, ma'am. What you gonna be? Nice or sweet? Sweet or mean? Which one? 1 minute you making him feel like a great man, next minute he feels like he's nothing. Stop it. Okay? Leo, listen. Y'all be falling in love with your shadow too much. Okay? If he's not telling you that you are the best thing since sliced cheese, then you want to dump him. You want to walk away way too fast. Stop it. Okay? Don't do that. Don't do that, ma'am. He communicates in his own language for being able to express his feelings for you. He doesn't have to tell you every second of the day how amazing you are. You know what I'm talking about, Leos. Virgos, all right, listen, ma'am. All right, everything isn't just right or wrong. Some things just is what it is. Like, you don't need a closure. Just close your legs and move on, ma'am. He's not going to give you the closure that you need. He's just not. All right, let it go. Move on. He's just not your person. It's a no. Aquarius. Okay. First of all, Aquarius women, listen. He didn't mean it. Okay? You all in your feelings, you're all in your emotions, you're constantly thinking, you're constantly in your head. Everything always has to make sense in order for you to be able to move forward. And ma'am, sometimes you can overanalyze. You can overthink about some things. Okay? Like, sometimes the only way you're going to be able to see the answer is by you allowing yourself to learn from that experience. And you take the lessons and then you grow from them and then you learn from them. Okay? Aries, oh my God. Aries. First of all, my Aries sister, okay? You part of the fiery clan. And Aries can be quite the fire. A lot of times, Aries women leak a lot of sexual energy. Okay? Now listen to me. If you notice, a lot of Aries, they are very sexy. Like, men are attracted to your sex appeal. And it's so much energy in their sex appeal, Scorpio women as well, that you don't know how to channel that for good. Like, if you knew how to channel that for good, then, or channel it to work for you, to your advantage, then you would create all kinds of things. Because Aries can manifest quickly. They can manifest like that when they know what to do with that energy. However, for some of you, you just dropping your sugar all over the place, ma'am. And the reason why men be wanting sex from you all the time is because you're leaking your sugar. The same way if you leak sugar and candies and cookies all over the floor and crumbs, ma'am, then you're going to have ants and roaches and cockroaches and bugs and everything else that's going to go after that. So you got to learn how to sew up all the holes that's leaking all your sugar and direct it to energy that's going to work for you. You need to learn the art of transmuting that energy. Okay? I know she's like, not everybody. Ma'am, you know I'm talking to you. I'm specifically talking to you. Okay? I was trying not to call you out, but ma'am. Okay. Hear me if you want to. It's funny because you're like, I'm a Libra. Do you see my soulmate? I do, baby, but you're scared of your own shadow. Like, it's like, you're like, do you see it? Like, I'm afraid that that he's not going to be there, or I'm not going to have what it is that I want. And it's that, like, can I have what I want, but I don't believe that I can have what it is that I want, that is keeping you from being able to have what it is that you want. Hey, baby. Do you have a soulmate? You have more than one soulmate, baby. You have more than one soulmate. However, the soulmate that is on this timeline that is coming to you, this soulmate, okay, let me tell you why I like this soulmate for you. I like this soulmate because this soulmate lets you sit in your softness, and you like to do a lot of stuff anyways, but he's the type of person that is like, hey, you have this goal of starting this business, like you have a gift, like you should start your business, go ahead and take the step. Like he's that kind of soulmate. He's a soulmate that's going to be able to, he's going to encourage you in order to pursue your dreams. He's the soulmate that connects the pieces. However, baby, I don't know what's happening. Like, ma'am, you don't know how to find a healthy relationship. So what's preventing you from meeting this soulmate that's in this timeline is you. Please tell me you did book your love mapping call. Like, please just nod your head and tell me that you booked your love mapping call. Seriously. Because you need it, baby. Literally, there's some of you where I can see, like, I see you, I see your soulmate, like, and I call it the train coming. Like, oh my God, I'm getting chills right now. So, the train is literally coming. In 3 months, there's like a slew of you that's supposed to be meeting your soulmate, and you're not ready. There's a slew of you that should be like, I booked my call already. I booked my call. I'm going to get off my butt. I'm going to do something about this because I don't know what I'm doing and I need to get ready for my soulmate. But some of you, the train is coming and you're not going to be ready to get on the train because you are just simply not ready. So that soulmate's going to pass you by. Don't worry. Your next soulmate's going to come. It's just not going to be for you that I just saw. It's going to be like another 3 years, 3 years, 7 months when you're going to meet your next soulmate. For some of you, it's going to be 2 years. Some of you, it's going to be 7 years. Like there's different timelines. So that's what we do. That's why you book your love mapping call, so that you can get clear on what is blocking you. First of all, you're not ready because you have the energetic blocks still in your body. You have your DNA still being impacted from the ex that you slept with. And because his DNA, that soul cord, that soul tie and contract that's still in your body, then that's telling other men that you're already married, you're already taken. So it's creating the vibrational pattern that there's no room for another man to come in your world, which is the reason why I'm giving you the sacred womb healing for those of you who book your love mapping call, and giving you the discount of being able to book your love mapping call for only $49 when the love mapping call is at $97. Okay? Because there's so many of you that are asking me, and that's calling forth your soulmate. And clearly the universe is heard, because you have a group of you that's going to be meeting your soulmate October and November. I'm getting like a whole crew. If you feel it right now, then you're part of that. If there's a part of you that feels like, I feel my soulmate's close, then you're who I'm talking about. Congratulations, Vanessa, for booking your love mapping call. I know you're in Canada, so I think that's why you had to pay the price. You don't have to ask me, are you one of them? You'll know. Because you'll feel it. This is how you know. Let me tell you how you know your soulmate's coming close. Okay? And when women book their love mapping call, it's funny how like it speeds it up. And then she really like aligns herself with attracting her soulmate. Especially when she says yes to herself. So this is how you know. You've been feeling a pull to attract love, to do something so that you can be ready to attract love. You've been feeling it, like you've been wanting love lately. You've been feeling like, I want somebody that I can travel with. I want somebody who I can do life with. I'm tired of feeling like everything's all on me. I'm tired of seeing all these happy relationships while I don't have my own happily ever after. You've been feeling that. That is your soulmate calling you towards him. If you don't feel that, like when a woman's soulmate is not in her timeline, she's not feeling that. And what happens is the closer you get to your soulmate coming around, then the more uncomfortable you start to feel. Like some of you might just start crying for no reason. Okay. Some of you might start to feel temptation to start talking to him. You'll start seeing different patterns. Like you'll start seeing like 2s a lot. You'll start seeing 4s and like double digit. You might even start seeing 1111. Like you're constantly catching 1111. That's also showing you signs. Your ex will start showing up. Like when your exes start calling you out of nowhere, then again, like that's your soulmate. That's like showing that signs that he's coming close. However, comma in the space. For many women, they won't do anything. They won't do anything to prepare. The same way you would prepare if you knew that you had a guest coming to your house. You would clean up the house. You would get the house ready for the guest. You would make sure that you had clean towels, clean washcloths, that the house was presentable and ready to receive your guests. Or when the guest came to your dirty, nasty house, they're going to want to leave. Like for many of you, you don't want to get ready. So then when I say, hey, I'm going to offer a way for us to help you so that you can prepare to receive your soulmate, a lot of you don't even choose yourself. So then you're sending the vibrational pattern and frequency in the universe to not be chosen. You're saying no to your soulmate. You're saying no to yourself. You're training your subconscious mind to be said no to, for somebody to not show up for you. So then when it's time for your soulmate to come around, then you pass them, and you know when you pass your soulmate because you've been feeling that pull. You've been feeling that craving, that hunger to meet your soulmate, and then all of a sudden you don't feel it anymore. Like you just, if somebody asks you, you're like, oh, whatever, it's not a big deal. I don't really want love. I'm good. So then you won't feel it. It will go away. And then when you come back around to your timeline to meeting your next soulmate, then you'll go through the cycle again of feeling it strong, take no action, and then eventually the train passes by, you miss that soulmate, and then it's a cycle. So then that's how like you have like older women who get to the point where they never met their soulmate. They know they're close to death, and their number one regret is that they didn't make prioritizing attracting their soulmate a priority. So if you want to meet your soulmate and you want my help, then ma'am, just don't pass go, don't collect $200. Go to lovemappingcall.com and let us help you. Let us help you figure out what is blocking you from attracting your romantic best friend. Let us figure out how we can help you to be able to meet your goals so that you can live life more abundantly and with your romantic best friend. And as a gift for you choosing yourself, I will give you my $1,200 Sacred Wound Clearing course that will help you to be able to disconnect from your previous lovers who are still impacting your energetic and auric field and your DNA, that's sending the signal to the men around you that you're already taken. And when you do book, put booked so that my team can write your name down so that we're putting to the side the course for you. Okay? So we're putting it down. What did you say? So I used to watch you in 2020. Now I'm married and pregnant. Oh, Melody, I remember you. Hey. Oh. Okay. Sorry, y'all. That's so sweet. Congratulations, baby. I remember you used to, yes. You was doing the work. Congratulations, baby. I'm so happy for you. You're married and pregnant. Can y'all congratulate Melody, please? Miss Yeezy, yes. Yes, I am. That's my mom. She had the worst experience when it came to relationships. Bless her heart. Instagram is over here. Faith, did you get Vanessa? Vanessa's on Instagram. And Belinda is trying to book her call, but she says she doesn't see a place to put the code. Hey, Lovebug. Hey, Lovebug. Faith, if you're on TikTok, can you tell us where they're supposed to put the code so that they can get the discount? Or can somebody who's already booked your call, can you tell your other Diva sisters where they need to put the code in order to book their call? Belinda's trying to book her call. Palisa is trying to book her call. Sabrina is trying to book her call. It says look for the added discount right under the price, y'all. Look for the added discount. Shaniko booked her call. I'm on day 63 of your Diva University program, and I also did the Feminine Energy course in March. I'm ready for my soulmate. I feel it 100%. We'll be together by this October. Lisa, please tell me you're signed up for Rhythmia. Okay? You got to go to Rhythmia. That's what That's what I'm seeing with you. That's going to fast track you for meeting your soulmate. But I do feel your soulmate close. Shelly said, I'm widowed. I love my husband. I believe there must be another soulmate. Do you see my soulmate? Shelly, it's interesting because you do have another soulmate, Shelly, but when I'm looking at you, there's like, it's like a blue light that's around your heart. And right now, you wouldn't be able to allow love to come in because you are still, that place is still being occupied by your husband. However, your husband is going to be part of the process with you meeting your soulmate, and he's going to leave breadcrumbs. Like, what I'm getting is that he said he's going to leave breadcrumbs on when you are to meet your soulmate. However, you still have to release the guilt of being willing to attract new love. You got to release the guilt. That's the message. Okay, Heather, congratulations. I can't wait to see you at Rhythmia. How many of you have already went and booked Rhythmia? I'm 58 today. I've been single for about 4 years, and I'm open to dating. Okay, baby, listen. You got to get it right before you swipe, baby. It's been 4 years. I'm just going to say this with so much love and affection. Whether if you let me help you or you go somewhere else, ma'am, it's a hot mess out here. It is. And the people that's attracting healthy love, they're not just doing it by happenstance. That's just, we're not in that kind of environment anymore. We're doing it from a place of people who are being intentional about learning what it takes in order to become the version of them that allows them to match that. So if you want our help, then go to lovemappingcall.com so that we can be able to see like where you're at, what so far is going to block you, what's your readiness for attracting love. Some of you are at stage 1. There's 7 stages to being able to get to your soulmate level. And some of you are at stage 1. Probability of divorce when you're at stage 1 is 90+%. So you're more likely to get a divorce if you're at stage 1. So you definitely want to make sure that you have the proper guidance. Just save yourself the headache and the heartache. Hey, Love Bug. Oh, wait. Faith, did you answer these people? Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't invite somebody by accident. I don't know what in the world I'm doing, y'all. My bad. I have a lunch date Thursday. What advice do you have? Okay. All right. I'm gonna coach you through this. Okay. Is it okay if I coach you? Is it Cassie Wag? Is it okay if I coach you? And then I'm gonna jump off because I have to finish packing. I did sign up for Rhythmia. Congratulations. I can't wait to see you guys. So the first Women's Week or that I'm hosting at Rhythmia, which is going to be like a love mastery retreat combined with ayahuasca, which I'm so excited about, is happening October the 26th. Y'all, please make sure that you sign up like through my link so that you're part of my group and they know that you're with me. Like give us a chance to do that. So if you want to come to Rhythmia to be part of that, then make sure you email support@Shay Better so they can give you that information. My recommendation is that you first let us help you prepare. Okay, so a lot of women recently have been enrolling in Diva University and Boss Diva University so that they can prepare for Rhythmia, so that they can fast track healing, fast track attracting their soulmate, and fast track abundance. Because what we do is to help you prepare mentally and emotionally to get strong enough. It's like working out and preparing for a marathon, because that's what going to Rhythmia is going to do. It's going to find the places subconsciously that you're not even aware of that is blocking you. We provide the conscious places, all the conscious places that you're not aware of, and even some of the subconscious places that you're unaware of. But some of you, your great-great-grandmother experienced trauma that's flowing through the bloodline epigenetically that's blocking you from love. And so Rhythmia helps you to clear that. If you want to come to Rhythmia for the Women's Week, then make sure that you email my staff so they can give you the proper link. Okay? Thank you, love. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. For all the babies over there that was trying to book, but you couldn't figure out the discount code, did y'all work it out? Did y'all find the place underneath the price to add the discount code? You said, I'm blocked so many years, you don't gonna believe me. What does that mean? I've been married 10 years. Is he my soulmate? No. Mm-mm. The code is love 2025 at lovemappingcall.com. Okay. Question. He stood me up on our second date and then texted me at midnight. What? WYD? I just want to see what you're saying, ma'am. I can't see. Clearly, I'm not seeing. I'm not seeing what it is that you're saying. Because I think what I read is that this man stood you up on the second date and then at midnight sent you a booty call text. And then now you're asking me what that means. That means that you're still interested, ma'am. That's still showing interest. And I know that's not what I read. And sometimes my eyes fail me. And so that I can make sure that I'm seeing what you're saying, ma'am. Ma'am, ¿cómo estás, ma'am? ¿Dónde escuchan la negra, la gata, portabellas, ma'am? Llame. Ma'am. Okay? ¿Por qué? Okay? ¿Por qué, ma'am? What? You don't know what I'm saying? Because I don't understand what you're saying either, ma'am. We're both speaking nothing. Okay? Both, it's nothing, ma'am. Nothing plus nothing equals nothing, ma'am. This man is giving you absolutely nothing. He's giving you nothing. He's showing you, ma'am, that he's nothing. And you, the fact that this man, this boy, this male child stood you up, ma'am, and then still had access. How do you know, ma'am, he texted you? What happened to your block finger, ma'am? What exactly happened, ma'am? I'm confused on how a Build-A-Bear still had access to you after standing you up, baby. This is saying a lot. I'm confused. Maybe it's me though. Let me just see. Let me just make sure. Let me read your comment just one more time, ma'am. I just want to read it one more time. Because I want to know what part of you abandoned yourself to believe the lie that you even deserve any of that, ma'am. Because the moment that man stood you up, ma'am, he no longer existed, ma'am. As far as you're concerned, he doesn't even exist in your universe, ma'am. He quantum leaped into a different dimension. He's in the, what do they call the multiverse at this point, ma'am? He doesn't even exist in your universe anymore. He should have been a non-option. Okay? He's not even a particle anymore, ma'am. He doesn't even exist. He's not even alive, ma'am. You should have assumed that he batted for the other team at this point. Because the fact that you put some words together and put it down in a text on live, that's showing you information about yourself, ma'am. And I just want you to understand that you deserve better. Yes, ma'am. You deserve much better, baby. He's a no ma'am. Never, ever, ever give anybody the chance to play in your face twice. Ever. Ever, ever, never. That should be a rule, ma'am. Please tell me you did book your love mapping call. Please tell me you did go to lovemappingcall.com. Put in the discount code that I'm giving you one time and one time only that will expire at midnight, ma'am. You put in Love 2025, ma'am, and you book the call so you can sit down with my team so we can see what is it subconsciously that has you allowing a Build-A-Bear, a meaty back Build-A-Bear like this, ma'am. And he's probably uncute too. Tell the truth. Tell the truth, ma'am. Let's just put it out there. Okay, you could talk to me. He's uncute, ain't he? It's always the uncute ones that act like this. He's uncute, ain't he? Tell me. Where's the lady that I said I was going to coach? I got distracted. I apologize. Come back. Okay, come back. Come back and ask me your question again so I can get off of this live because, ma'am, no ma'am. Absolutely not, no ma'am. Clock out. Where's the lady I said there was one person I was going to, oh, there it is. Cass. Okay, Cass. Tell me what it is you were asking me before so I can coach you. Right quick. You have a lunch date on Thursday. All right, ma'am. Tell me what in your past 3 relationships, in 2 words, what did they have in common? Your past 2 relationships, what did they have in common? And I'm going to tell you what my advice is. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. What do they have? Too fast, too much. What does that tell you, ma'am? What's your patterns? What's your patterns, ma'am? Good job. She said, I blocked them, girl. I needed your response. That's why I did it. I want you to never forget, ma'am. Never forget these 5 daggone glasses you made me put on my face. Ma'am, don't ever do that again. No, ma'am. Okay? Don't ever. They both left me. Yes, ma'am. I give them the benefit of the doubt. Yes, ma'am. Anything else, ma'am? What is that telling you? What are you doing to yourself? What is it? What are you doing to yourself? You're repeating patterns, ma'am. Okay. I'm glad that you see that. I commend you so much for seeing that. All right. Tell me that. What is the lie that you keep telling yourself about yourself that has you self-abandoning yourself to choose men who keep abandoning you, who can't choose you, who can't value you or see you? What is it that you've been saying and believing about yourself that has you doing that? What is it? Yes, thank you, Nicole. I appreciate it. You don't, ma'am. Cass, waiting on you, ma'am. Where are you, Cass? Sabrina, I commend you for wanting it bad enough. Hey, Lovebug! Let me see what Lovebug can do to help those who are waiting for the discount code. Some of y'all ain't waiting because you don't want all the spots to get booked up, and I commend you for that. I know some people were able to find the code. I recommend that you refresh. Cass. Hey, Lovebug, some people aren't able to find where they put in the discount code.
All right, I'll go look.
Thank you.
It should be on the payment page under the price.
I know. And some people see it and some people don't. Okay. Cass, you self-sabotage. I know, but what is it that you're saying to yourself that's causing you to self-sabotage? And really, it's more than just self-sabotaging, ma'am. You don't choose yourself. Why? Because you don't feel like you're worthy of choosing yourself. The question is, what have you been telling yourself that has made you believe that you are not worthy of being chosen and of choosing yourself? That's what I want to know. That's the question. What is it? You know that thing you say to yourself often. What is it? I lost a willingness to live for a while. Thank you for telling the truth. Why is it, baby? Why is that? Why is that? Now, what I see with you is that you've been through a lot, but you've also overcome a lot. And you've also accomplished what doesn't seem would be even possible for many, but you were able to accomplish it. And the strength that I see in you that I'm picking up is that you have way too much strength in order to be a coward, to give up on your life and to hurt yourself. So I know you wouldn't do that. But I want to know, why would you even think about giving up on yourself? Why would you do that when that's not even in your nature? What is it that you're telling yourself? What are you telling yourself that has you even thinking remotely like that? I was alone healing. Baby, that doesn't sound like healing. That's not what healing sounds like. Okay? What were you saying to yourself? That's the part that you got to identify. What is the story? What is the message that you've been saying to yourself? If the message is that because of A, when I was growing up, my father wasn't there, my mother wasn't present for me, she wasn't showing me the love that I needed from her, then you will create a conclusion that has nothing to do with you. You would create a truth for yourself that has nothing to do with you. So what was the truth that you created for yourself? Because, baby, my recommendation is that you don't even start dating right now. No, ma'am. You're putting the cart before the horse. My recommendation is that you heal first. And I mean really heal. Like you really do the work. Work that works. This is what we specialize in all day, every day. We specialize in helping women to heal, helping women to get ready for healthy love. There is no point for you to be on these people's dating sites or out there in the world trying to date when you are an energetic match for more trauma and more pain. It doesn't make sense to do that. It's best for you to clear that first and become an energetic match to healthy, whole relationships before you start dating. It's smart to know what you're doing. It's kind of like getting behind a car and you've never taken a car lesson and you know you don't know how to drive. Ma'am, you crash go-karts. So why would you want to go out in a car and try to drive it? It's best for you to take driving lessons so you can understand how to be able to properly drive. And the reason why you're attaching to people so fast is because you want the validation that you're lovable. Because deep down inside, you don't feel that you are. And you're not going to ever get that from a man, baby. You're not. That is an inside job. So, my recommendation is you don't start feeling the love for yourself first. You got to do the love thing that triggers the proof that you're worthy of your own love. That's what you got to do. You got to show yourself that. That's when you do something so that you can give yourself more. So you can give yourself a chance to finally be free of whatever it is that has been holding you hostage to make you believe a lie about yourself that has you settling and choosing men who will ghost you and then ask you, hey, can I use you as a sex toilet at midnight because I've exhausted all my text options? Or to have a man come in your world and to get all the love and attention and affection and intentions from you only to walk away and not choose you. Because you cannot, will not, and don't know how to choose yourself. You're skipping a step, baby. You're skipping a step. I can't tell you how many times I've done this. Do this all day, every day. What are some examples? We are doing things that prove that we are worthy. When a woman shows up on our call, when they show up on a love mapping call, and listen, if you don't trust me and my agency to be able to help you, then find somebody that can help you to really heal, ma'am. Not just talk about it, because knowing what's wrong isn't the same thing as healing what's wrong. Our clients, I love the clients that have been in therapy for years, because then now they're like, I know what's wrong. I've gotten a little bit better, but I'm still attracting dysfunctional relationships. That's because your leg that was broken never healed. And because it never healed, you can't run the way your leg was meant to run. And for some of you, that's enough. Some of you come to me and you're like, yeah, the therapy helped. And I'm like, really? Because you're still hurting. You're still blocked. If you paid a car mechanic to fix your car because every mile it keeps shutting down on you, but instead of shutting down every 1 mile, it's shutting down every 10 miles, are you going to be happy with the work that has been done in your car? Yes or no? Yay or nay? Would that be satisfactory for you? Would that be good enough for you if your car is still breaking down, even though it's not breaking down as much as it was before? Yes or no? Yay or nay? So if that's not enough for you, then that's when you come to a system that was designed for permanent healing, not temporary masking. That's when you choose a process that is systematic and based in neuroscience and strategy to help you to be able to truly heal. And the way we help our clients is that we're not just telling you what to do. We're not just giving you a bunch of information or a bunch of... I heard that some of y'all be investing in courses where they record Zoom meetings. Like, what in the natural ghetto is going... I'm sorry, y'all. Like, make it make sense. But from my understanding, y'all are investing thousands of dollars in courses where they record a Zoom meeting and then throw that at you, and they just give you a one-size-fit-all, and you expect for that to work for you. You don't even make sure that the process that they're giving you is customized for you, that this person is actually an expert at what they do, that they don't have a track record. Ma'am, no ma'am. So anyway, when people come to me, they're coming to me because they know I'm the best in the world. Now, they've tried to avoid coming to me. They've been trying to do the cheapest option. They've been wasting time watching a bunch of videos and doing all this stuff, and they see that it's not really working. And then they're like, I'm ready to meet my soulmate. I'm tired of wasting time. I'm losing way more money than I think I'm saving. Life changes like that. That's when they're with a community of women that are loving and supporting and pouring into them. And at the moment when they face themselves and they choose themselves, that's when the transformation happens. The transformation usually happens before they even see one activity, before they even have one meditation. So what we do to help a woman to truly heal is not just give her a bunch of information. We help her rewire her subconscious mind. We help her to rewire her nervous system, because you can get all the information in the world, but if your nervous system is trained to feel like love isn't safe, then guess what, ma'am? You're not going to allow love in your world, no matter all the fluffy, because it feels unsafe. So what we have to do is we have to help you to rewire this so that you can see healthy love, to know how to recognize that, how to align with that, how to attract that. And then we got to help you to become a magnet to that. How do we increase your feminine energy? Just not so you can be pretty and attractive, but so that you can be magnetic to a masculine man who's also poured into himself and has done the self-healing work on himself so that he can align with you and pour into and add value to you. So men love women that are in Boss Diva University. I have gotten so many emails from men that are like, thank you for what you did for my wife. Thank you for how you helped her, because the amazing woman that I have here, I know she wouldn't be this woman if she hadn't gone through your program. Hell, you can go on Google and look at our reviews, and you can see the men that have written testimonials from having their wives that have come through our program to be able to transform. So the bottom line is that, ma'am, until you choose yourself, nobody else will. You can't expect anybody to choose you when you're not choosing yourself. And you can't sit there and try to piece together a bunch of TikTok and YouTube videos thinking that that's going to help you change your life and that that's going to give you differently, because that's not how the cookie crumbles. That's not how it works. Vibrationally, that's not even in alignment. Okay? Y'all keep talking all this sprinkle, and you want to live the soft life and you want to attract a rich man, but then you're not willing to invest in yourself. Or when you do come to the point of investing in yourself, you talk about something you only got $100 to invest in yourself. Okay. Well, you're going to get a match of that. So when I learned that, when I started to learn the value of investing in myself, my whole life changed. It transformed. And I'm just going to tell you, like, just woman to woman, right? Like business owner. How many of you like want to like start a business? You have a business and you want to take your business to another level. You feel like your business is being blocked. Because I'm invited to like talk on panels and give women advice, and my clients pay me a lot of money to work with me to help them to take their companies to $1 million or multi-million-dollar businesses. So how many of you are there and you want me to give you some advice from a business perspective that can help you to elevate? That kind of ties in to this whole love thing, and I can show you how it directly ties in and how your love blocks is also blocking you with your success in business. How many of you want me to, for 5 minutes, to give you that? Congratulations, Nicole. Keep doing the work though, baby. Keep doing the work. Belinda, congratulations, baby. I'm so proud of you. I booked the call without the code because I believe this is for me. I'm too old to keep waiting. Congratulations, baby. I'm so proud of you for choosing yourself. That's where it's at. You just rippled the time field and changed your timeline by doing that. I can't even tell you. Okay, you said I want to invest more, but I need more money. I'm just young. Okay, so all right, so let me tell you how I went from, I was on food stamps. I was homeless. How did I go from that to running a multi-million-dollar business? I can tell you that I've learned that the same thing that was blocking me with being able to attract love is the same thing that was blocking me when it came to me being able to attract abundance. And it wasn't until I started to see that the energy of love and money were directly connected that it completely changed the game for me. And I see this happen over and over again, right? To a lot of women that are like in Boss Diva or Diva University. I always tell them, like, there's something that happens when you choose yourself. Like, you're going to see more money come. There's been women in the program, not guaranteeing anything, but there's been women that have doubled and tripled. We had one lady that 10x'd her income by just going through the process of clearing her love blocks. And that's because the same idea, listen to me, y'all, okay? This is going to bless and change your life, especially if you're in business and you want to be able to make more money or you want to be successful. The same belief system that's blocking you from being able to attract your soulmate, and it's subconscious, right? The same belief system that you're not worthy is the same thing that's blocking you from attracting more money. It's not your bank account. It's not your resources. It's your resourcefulness. And if you don't feel worthy of attracting love, you're not going to be worthy of attracting abundance. You're just not. If you feel like you have to work for love, then you're going to feel like you have to work for money. And that's not how money operates. If you feel like there's not enough good men, then you're not going to feel like money is in abundance and that there's an abundance of clients and that there's an abundance of opportunity. You're going to think that there's lack and limitation. You're going to believe that there's not enough, or that there's a recession, or that you have to like jump through all kinds of hoops, or you're not educated enough, smart enough, or talented, or whatever the excuses that you're giving yourself. You're going to believe that, especially when you have love blocks. So one of the things that I did is that I started to listen to, first I started to heal my love blocks, but then I started to reprogram my subconscious mind. So I would listen to meditations to reprogram my mind at night, like while I was sleeping. And I would listen to it like, matter of fact, I still do it like every night. Every night I have headphones on, and I will put on Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. I will play Napoleon Hill to my subconscious mind, like over and over every night. Matter of fact, I even do it for my son. My son is 9 years old, and I have him listen to Outwitting the Devil, Napoleon Hill's Outwitting the Devil. And he loves listening to that book. Like, he listens to it over and over again. And I have him listen to Think and Grow Rich as well, like over and over again at night. So I started to like retrain my subconscious mind. And then when I stopped thinking that I had to like work hard for money, when I stopped thinking even the idea that I was even the source of the money that I made, and I started to realize that God was the source. God was always my source. Nobody can ever take away what God has given to me. Then that allowed me to be able to be in alignment with abundance. And then when I started to demand from my life that I treat myself the way I want my life to vibrationally align with. So what does that mean? So I had to speak to myself with love and kindness and not be critical of myself if I wanted the same thing from others, from money. How in the world can I put myself down and when I make a mistake and be critical of myself or beat myself up and then think that money's not going to do the same thing to me, or that other relationships aren't going to do the same thing to me? It would match the same energy. So I had to learn how to treat myself right and how to only allow people, places, or experiences that valued me, that matched the way I was willing to treat myself in my world. If they didn't, then I had a rule that I wasn't going to use their services. I wasn't going to be friends with them. I wasn't going to allow them in my world. And then last but not least, I valued my time. So in business, you're going to find, and this is like in your career or anything else, right? Your greatest asset is your time. Your greatest asset is your time. So if you're dating and all a guy has to do is say, hey, can I take you out on a dinner date? And if you're like, sure, you can take me out on a dinner date. Like, I read this post by this lady, and she just randomly popped up on my Facebook feed. And she said that she was having lunch by herself. This man walked by her, said she was beautiful, and invited himself if he could join her for lunch. And she said, sure. And then when the check came, the man didn't offer to pay the check. So then she basically told him about himself and that any kind of decent man would have picked up the check instead of inviting himself to invade on her time and not being willing to pick up on the check. And I was like, wow, she's so super green. Because first of all, I would never give somebody the space and opportunity to break bread with me who hadn't shown me that he was worthy of my attention and my time. I would never do that. So then, as a business owner, if you, like, let's say that, think about what you want to make, like your goal of making per year, right? Like, let's say your goal is to make $2 million per year. And you break that down in your hourly time of 40 hours a week. And so let's say that that breaks down to like $2,500 an hour. I don't know. Somebody do the calculation. I'm not going to try to do the math in my head. But let's say that your time, your hour is worth $2,500. That means that even whether if you're making that money or not, that's your goal and that's how much your time is worth. So that means if you say yes to a guy, then you're saying that he's worth the $2,500 or the $5,000 if you're on a date for 2 hours, that he's worth that much of your time. And if you just give your time away without making him earn it, without qualifying him to make sure he's worthy of it, ma'am, then you're basically diminishing your time value. You're telling him that you don't value you. Why should he value you? So, of course, the man didn't pay for her food. First of all, he didn't earn the right to sit down and have lunch with her. She didn't know him from Sam's Alley Cat. Why are you saying yes to him? Second thing is that because he hadn't earned your time, you just freely allowed him to come in, invading your own personal time space without earning it. You didn't qualify to make sure he was even worthy of being there. Then now you didn't know what to expect. You didn't know what kind of man he was. If he was the kind of man who would be a gentleman that would offer to pay. And then you diminish yourself even more by trying to explain to him how, as a man, he's supposed to behave. So you wasted time educating a Build-A-Bear who doesn't want to be educated? Absolutely not. Some of you are doing dating completely backwards. You keep listening to people say, I would never do a coffee date. And it's funny because in her post, she said that. I would never do a coffee date. Okay? If a man wants me, he got to take me to dinner. Okay. I've learned in business, because my time is so valuable, that very rarely am I sitting down and doing dinner with somebody. Rarely. It will take a lot. It's going to take a lot to get a meeting with me, let alone to sit down and break bread with me. And ladies, when you put yourself on that pedestal of understanding your value by the way you value your time, and you make him earn your time, then that does several things. The first thing it does is it lets him understand real early on, I value me, I value my time. So it sets your stock value up high. And then the second thing it does is it gives you time to properly vet him to see if he's even worthy of your time. Before he gets to a 2-hour dinner date where he's in an intimate setting where the lights are down and there's possible alcohol introduced, and he has the opportunity to whisper in your ear sweet nothings and trigger your oxytocin and trigger your bonding hormone, then he needs to demonstrate that this man has character, values, and valor first. He needs to have put in some investment somehow to even get your yes to a daggone dinner date. And if you think him taking you out for a $300 dinner date when your time is worth $2,500 an hour, man, you already at a loss. And then some of y'all are paying for the dinner. Where am I? I pay for my own dinner. Ladies, especially if I don't like him, just be honest. I'm not judging. Where's the, I'm paying for my own dinner. Teamwork with who? Teamwork with a stranger who you don't even know if he can even be a teammate, ma'am. Make it make sense, sir, ma'am. I don't even know if you're, because you're talking like a man that's highly in his feminine energy, or a woman that's highly in her masculine energy and who doesn't know her value. I can't even pick it at this point. Ladies, listen. Until you understand what your value is, until you understand that every species in the animal kingdom has a process for qualifying if somebody is worthy of them and worthy of their consideration, and until you systematically get your process in place where you consistently are working your process, but first by making sure that you align with the love that you want to attract, then you'll keep ending up disappointed when it comes to love. If you listen to nothing else I tell you, understand this, baby. You are the prize. You already are the wife. He shall find his wife, his prize, and then he has found a good thing. Then he has found his prize. If you are paying for dates, you are saying that you don't recognize your value. You owe him nothing. You don't owe him your interest or your like. You've already paid with your time and your consideration. You've already given him what he's asked for. If he's any kind of man, he's supposed to pay for the date. Period. You offered the opportunity when you said yes for him to show you why you should consider him. If he did not qualify for that, that's not on you to pay. You've already paid twice. If you pay for it, you're paying twice. You're paying now with money, and you're paying with your time, your energy, and your effort. No, ma'am. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But anyway, I got to go, my loves. I congratulate all of you who chose yourself to book your love mapping call. The discount code, once again, is Love 2024. So I think the discount code should be working for all of you who it didn't work for all of you who was like, forget this. This is worth it. I'm choosing myself. I'm sorry. Well, it's Love 2025? All lowercase Love 2025. But for all of you who booked and paid full, can you give them a book? Can you tell Faith for all of them who booked at the full price to also get a digital copy of the book? Can you do that? And all of them who paid full price, they can also attend my elite training for the month of September. Faith, can you confirm that for everybody who paid in full? Because for those of you who are like, I'm not playing, I'm choosing myself, and I'm willing to pay for it, even when I couldn't figure out the discount code, I commend you and I want to celebrate you. But ladies, when you rise up and you treat yourself like the prize that you are, then the man who is worthy of you, who was already created to see you, will rise up and claim you as the prize that you already are. I love you all. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. I will try to come live to you from Thailand over the next few weeks while we're there celebrating our honeymoon. I love you guys. God bless you. And I will see you on the inside. Thank you so much, Lisa. I so appreciate you. Have a good night, ladies.